Rock stars, those larger-than-life figures who have captured our imaginations with their incredible music and rebellious spirit. They've become synonymous with a lifestyle that's often described as odd, extreme, and unforgettable. Drugs and rock and roll have been the mantra, fueling the legends of iconic musicians like Slash, Keith Richards, Ozzy Osborne, and countless others. But their eccentricities extend far beyond their mind-blowing skills and chart-topping hits. Brace yourselves, folks, because today we're delving into the wild and unpredictable world of rock and roll's craziest moments. So join us on this electrifying journey as we explore the outrageous, the shocking, and the downright unforgettable moments that have forever etched themselves into music lore. From the decadent to the bizarre, we'll shine a spotlight on the 10 craziest moments in music history. Number 1. Ozzy Osborne. When it comes to the sheer madness in the music world, there's one name that stands out above all others: Ozzy Osborne. Arguably the craziest musician ever to grace the stage, Ozzy's antics have become the stuff of legend. Who can forget the infamous incident when he bit off a bat's head during a concert? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. This popular madman has led a life so outrageous it would likely have killed anyone else. Yet, against all odds, Ozzy is alive and kicking, still touring and belting out his iconic tunes almost every day. Number 2. Keith Moon. The former drummer of the immensely popular band The Who, Keith Moon was a legend in every sense of the word. Known for his exceptional drumming skills, Moon's life was marked by extremes that tragically led to his untimely departure in 1978. The cause? A heminevrin overdose, a drug prescribed for alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Throughout his wild existence, Moon was renowned not only for his musical prowess, but also for his penchant for chaos and destruction while under the influence. In one infamous incident during a 1967 gig, a heated fight led to Moon being knocked out and subsequently rushed to the hospital. Number 3. Slash. Slash, the iconic guitarist known for his incredible talent, has come a long way since his turbulent past. After a near-death experience when he was warned that he might not make it past 35, he made a life-changing decision to get sober. But before that turning point, Slash's drug abuse knew no bounds. He would blow through his advanced paycheck by purchasing copious amounts of heroin and cocaine. In the early 90s, during a drug-induced haze, Slash became convinced that a monstrous figure resembling the Predator was relentlessly pursuing him with weapons. In a bizarre incident, he ran completely naked through an Arizona golf resort, smashing a glass door, taking a bewildered maid as a shield, and ultimately finding refuge behind a lawnmower. Number 4. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. An iconic band known for their alternative rock sound, have certainly lived up to their reputation for craziness, both during their drug-fueled days and as fully grown adults with families. One unforgettable moment that stands out is their performance at the Kit Kat Club in 1983. In a daring display of exhibitionism, the band took to the stage completely naked, with only a sock strategically wrapped around their intimate areas. This audacious act quickly became a trademark of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they continue to embrace it for decades to come. If you're curious to witness this iconic performance, you can easily find footage online. Number 5. Keith Richards. When it comes to the realm of rock and roll, the Rolling Stones members are renowned for their wild and crazy tales, with drugs, groupies, and more drugs at the center of their stories. But among them all, it's Keith Richards who takes the crown for the most outrageous stories in the history of rock. In a shocking revelation, he openly admitted to snorting and smoking the ashes of his own father. This mind-boggling act of defiance and eccentricity showcases the extreme depths to which Richards has delved in his rock star life of heavy partying. Despite the odds, he defies expectations by remaining alive and kicking, a true survivor of the excesses of the rock and roll lifestyle. Number 6. Marilyn Manson. The controversial figure of the new generation is no stranger to pushing boundaries and shocking audiences. Renowned for his provocative performances, Manson has amassed a catalog of bizarre and unsettling acts. Notorious for his alleged rib removal to facilitate self-pleasure, Manson has taken his eccentricities even further. On stage, he has engaged in acts that have shocked even the most daring spectators. Reports from the authorities suggest that Manson has engaged in self-harm, I earned a Nazi flag and, according to law enforcement, even engaged in explicit and lewd behavior involving a strap-on dildo and urinating on the crowd. Manson's devotion to his provocative persona has left an indelible mark on the world of shock rock. Number 7. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, the ever-daring and avant-garde pop sensation, has made a name for herself by constantly pushing boundaries and challenging social norms. Renowned for her bold fashion choices and theatrical performances, Gaga never fails to surprise her audience. In a memorable moment during one of her performances at the South by Southwest concerts, Gaga took her artistic expression to the extreme. While performing the song Swine, she enlisted the help of a fellow artist to vomit green and repulsive substances on her, creating a shocking and unforgettable visual spectacle. Number 8. Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop, often referred to as the Lizard Man, is an iconic figure in the world of rock and punk. His image of being shirtless and contorting himself on stage has become inseparable from his persona. Credited with inventing the stage dive, Iggy was a true provocateur and a wild punk rocker. One of his most notorious stage antics involved self-inflicted cuts while rolling around and unleashing a frenzy of chaotic energy. Iggy's audacity sometimes crossed the line, as he once insulted a group of bikers in the audience, leading to a severe beating. However, true to his legend, Iggy returned to the stage, bloodied but unbowed, and definitely finished the set. Number 9. Motley Crue. Motley Crue, the iconic rock band, has left an indelible mark on the world of music. Their infamous song Kickstart My Heart holds a deeper meaning, inspired by a harrowing incident involving bassist Nikki Sixx. In 1987, Nicky's drug use reached a dangerous peak when he injected himself with such a high dose of heroin that he overdosed. He was declared dead for 2 minutes in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. Miraculously, paramedics revived him by administering 2 shots of adrenaline. Instead of heeding the warning, Nicky escaped the ambulance, found his way back home, and continued using heroin, ultimately passing out once again. Number 10. Zakk Wylde. The final entry on our list is Zakk Wylde. In 2009, he found himself hospitalized and receiving the shocking news that he had 3 blood clots in his leg. Surprisingly, it was revealed that Wylde had been dealing with clotting issues for years, to the extent that the 3 largest clots had traveled through his heart and lungs. Yet, against all odds, he survived. How? His massive alcohol consumption had thinned his blood to such a degree that the clots were able to pass through without causing damage. Now that's the epitome of metal.